Great. Good stuff.
Ugh.
Heard.
Fucking kids and life and bullshit.
I pulled an all-nighter on Sunday night, and my sleep has been messed up since then.
Yeah, that'll do it, bro.
Yeah, my daughter and I had a shared nightmare, and then I didn't sleep, so...
That'll do it to you.
So that was fun. And so it was like... shared nightmare / like somewhat... I don't even know what you want to call it, but... yeah.
Oh.
Just oddness. Because he had his MRI first thing in the morning on Monday.
Yeah.
And so he spent the night over at his dad's house because he would have at least been like 40 minutes closer than our place.
Yeah.
And when driving first thing in the morning, he's like, I'd rather,
rather be closer.
Be a little closer. Yeah, fair enough. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And so I don't like sleeping in my bed. He's not going to be home because it just feels weird. So I turn on YouTube and fall asleep watching YouTube podcasts in the living room. And the way our apartment is kind of shaped, I always have our bedroom door open, so there's a little bit of a draft going through. And so I woke up because I heard something, and I was like, that's kind of weird. So I get up, check on the kids. Kids are asleep, like in my room, which was odd. Coming down the hallway, my door was shut, and I was like, that should have been opened. So I was like, but maybe the wind, like the draft blew it shut. So open the door back up, go back to sleep. And I was kind of having a bad dream about this, like, I don't know, like spectral figure, like haunting my kids and giving them bad dreams and making them run out of the house at night. And so I would wake up and they're like, we have to go find the kids first thing. And like one of the times we woke up, we found them next to a creek and we're like, oh, this is getting pretty bad. And I start falling asleep having the same dream again. And then my daughter wakes me up and she's like, hey, I had a bad dream. I was like, what was your dream? She's like, I got eaten by trolls. And I was like, oh, well, I was just like, well, have a conversation about trolls not being real. It's fine. You can go to sleep. There's nothing to be afraid of. Tuck her back in. And so, she's fine. But then as I'm coming down the hallway, I see that my door is shut again. And I was like, I know I opened it because I thought it was weird that it was shut the first time. And it wasn't really windy. So it shouldn't have been like a draft. And I was like that much of a draft. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it shut. It's fine because it's just tripping me out. So I made sure the door was shut all the way. So it wasn't going to be like doing one of the back and forth things. So I made sure it clicked shut. Go lay back down. Then my daughter wakes me up again. She's like, hey mom, I had a dream that there's this creepy lady in my room and she's giving me bad dreams. And I was like, there's no way. So I was just like, we're going to go have a conversation. Go check your closet and stuff. So we walked back into her room. My bedroom door is now wide open. And I'm like, I know I made sure that was shut because this was bothering me. So then we go into my daughter's room and check her closet, look underneath the beds. Everything is fine. Talk to her about it being fine. She still didn't want to sleep in her room. She's like, I sleep in the living room with you. And I was like, oh, that's fine. So she comes to the living room with me. We start kind of falling asleep. And then my son had his magnetiles all set up as like a big old like tower and stuff in his room. And she and I both heard the thing collapse. And I waited a second expecting my son to come out, but nothing was happening. And so I figured I had just been hearing things, so I was already kind of tripped out. My daughter goes, hey, is he getting up? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, did you hear the magnetiles fall? And I was like, all right, go check the room because I'm not just hearing things, so go check the room. And the magnetiles were perfectly fine. Not a single one was knocked over. And I was like, I looked down the hallway and my door was open again. I was like, there's no freaking way. So I go into my room. I was like, listen, I don't know the respectful ghosty talk, but listen, the kids in their dreams are off limits. Their bedroom is off limits. If you want to play with my door, sure, but keep it back here, guys. There's too much going on, okay? You want to play with my door? That's fine. Just don't be noisy. Let us get some sleep, please. And so I go and lay back down. And I start hearing like this tinkling sound. And Uni knows this. My door, right, has those little beaded lights in front of it. I had made sure the door was shut. There's no draft going back there now. But the things are swaying now and just kind of like brushing up against my door. And I got up and I'm like, fair enough. Have fun with the lights. And so my daughter fell asleep, and I'm just sitting there watching my podcast now. I'm like, all right, go sleep tonight. That's fine. I didn't really need it. Fine. I've had too much sleep. I can pass this time.
I can pass.
That's fine.
Not in the cards for you today.
I see videos that have been floating around Instagram a couple times, probably other places, but it's really funny. It's just a guy who's going into these really sketchy haunted places and just jamming out to top 40 music really loudly. And then it's really funny because it's like he's like basically stereo, like the music's really loud, like we're talking Lady Gaga, Britney Spears.
Boy.
Pretty much, yeah. And so he's playing it, trying to use like almost in a sense like calm his nerves, but also he's like entertain the ghosts. But then it's really funny is like he's actually caught scenes, and I'm certain it's staged or whatever, but there'd be like a door slamming or something moving, and he'd be like, but it's hilarious mostly because of the music, because it's like the scenery is usually like abandoned places. We're talking like schools, factories, hospitals, whatever, and he's just going into them with loud rave music, so and top 40 music, so it's pretty funny.
But yeah, I need to do that next time.
Just
don't make me pull out the Lady Gaga. Okay,
if we're both into
irritating. Okay. I will win this obnoxious battle.
Keep talking.
Yay.
I don't have a whole lot going on to make a bunch of talking, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've just had a whole lot of stress. To be honest.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I've been, I guess the most annoying thing for me this week was afternoon, and then I didn't hear anything, so I called the next day. I was like, hey, and they're like, oh yeah, that automated response for, when your car's being finished, it's wrong, and it won't be done till Friday.
Oh.
So I've been without my car for going on week 2, so.
That is super shitty. Yeah, we're about to drop off our car on Friday, and I don't know how long that's gonna take. But
hopefully not as long. I feel like, okay, the few times I've had to take my car to like a body shop versus a mechanic. Typically, I feel like a mechanic gets, depending on, of course, the severity, but at least the fixes I have, maybe 2 days at the most. But I swear, this has been like the second or third time I've been in a body shop, and it takes them weeks, like for cosmetic. Like, I get if it was like a major accident, but like I literally got hit in a parking lot, so I just had a big dent in my bumper. It sounds like there's nothing like mechanically that was damaged,
right?
But it's like, it's like, well, they messaged me. They're like, well, your car had aftermarket parts, and so we tried to replace it with aftermarket parts. That didn't work, so we have to replace it entirely with the OEM stuff, which is factory original. So it's like, okay. And I told them on the phone, though, because I'm like, look, I bought this car from a shop that does theft recovery vehicles. So their whole point is that they fix them up and sell them for a bit of a cheaper price.
Right.
So I already knew it had a bit of history on it. Like, it's been an obvious sign that it's, been in an accident, but it's, it's a Toyota. They run forever. They're boring as hell, but
yeah.
I put 200,000 miles on it, so, and a part of me, I'm debating because there might be a chance to, I might sell it and get a new car, but, so I'd like to try to keep it nice, but still annoying. And so it's been tough so I usually go to my gym with my brother and I, except my brother, he doesn't have a license or a car. He's autistic, but it's like much, I don't want to say the word severe is not the right word, but he's higher on the spectrum than, your TikTok people saying, I have autism. Like he has like government aid type of help.
Yeah.
So it's good for him to get out of the house. And so that's why we go to the gym. And my mom really is like, can you please take your brother? I'm like, well, I don't have a car. So my poor mother has been driving to my apartment, picking me up so that she'll, so I could take my brother to the gym. So, but I've been feeling kind of bad. I'm like, they're like, My mom's like, no, I'm being selfish because I want this for your brother. So, but I realize how much I use my car, but I live a very, single lifestyle. So a lot of times I'm usually spontaneous and I'm like, oh, I'm going to just go. But
Yeah.
not the case.
Not without a car.
No, there's lots of good parks near me, but trying to walk to a store takes a long time. Like even my car, the nearest grocery store,
probably just have groceries delivered, but
and I have done some of that. It's still costly because you still gotta pay either tip, delivery costs, or whatever.
Right.
So it's just kind of. I like to get out a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully by Friday I'll have my car, and then I will be free. But I've been working from home, which has been an interesting routine. Plus side, I've been able to sleep in because I don't have to leave early to go to the office.
Right.
Downside, I feel like I'm wasting away sometimes. So
yeah.
But yeah, I've been able to sleep in till like 7 a.m. because it's like, well, yeah. I mean, I'm just walking to my computer, so I'm like, I'm wasting away, and so that's why I'm like, well, I better be productive in my evening. Except it's terrible. It's like the last at least a few days, if I haven't been at the gym, I've literally like, oh, I gotten off of work and then like jumped on Steam. So I'm like, well, that's just
like, haha,
on my computer for like 12 hours.
Dude, my husband's been going stir crazy because he can't like go out and do anything. Like he's having brain scans and everything done. So they're like, yeah, no, you're not going out and doing nothing. He's like, okay, so what do I do? Nothing. You do nothing. Like nothing that involves like constant turning your head. So not driving, not anything fun, no gym, no nothing. So,
that's tough.
Coming from somebody who does physical labor as a full-time job, he's like, what do I do? Enjoy.
Yeah, it reminds me of when I had a concussion, and I'm in IT, so I'm constantly working on computers. Right. And what was crazy about the situation is when I had my concussion, I like went to the ER. They pretty much just gave me a pat on the back, and they're like, "You're fine. Here's some antibiotics for the cut on your face." And I was like, "Cool." But they didn't tell me anything else. And I was like, wow, I have headache problems for 2 weeks. And I go to my doctor, and he's like, basically like, the fuck? He's like, you're like, because I told him, he's like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I'm in IT. And he's like, that is the worst no, you shouldn't be looking at monitors. You shouldn't be working on computers. You should be taking it easy. You shouldn't even be at work. And I was like, oh. He's like, did they not go over anything with you? And I was like,
I don't remember.
No. They just scanned my brain and they were like, yep, you got a concussion, but nothing's broken, so
have fun.
That'll be $2,000 now.
Yeah.
So
oh my god.
Yeah. So my doctor, he was very upset, and he basically gave me a checklist that I had to go through. And luckily, I had a week off for like going on a camping trip, and he's like, perfect, no technology, just So it was nice as I went with my family. Only downside is anytime my dad got out the chainsaw to cut up some wood, because we were in the middle of nowhere. So
I use an axe for all of that when I go camping, but that's because I don't have chainsaw money. I don't have chainsaw money, so
that's understandable.
I have a hand axe.
But yeah, I would literally but it'd be nice if my dad spoiled me. He'd take me out on the canoe and stuff like that, just to
relax.
But it's tough because you don't think they're like, well, the brain is a muscle, and you thinking is working the muscles. So you're like, so what you're saying is just stop thinking.
Yes. Stop that.
Thoughts. And I'm like, oh, that might be a little difficult. I'm not saying I have smart thoughts, but my brain be going.
My brain don't be shutting up, okay?
It don't shut up sometimes. Just as uni as well.
Literally.
My brain don't shut up.
Mine also don't shut up, fucking ever. It's not always coherent. And I tried to tell my husband, I was like, okay, give me a second. I'm gonna speak literally everything that comes to my brain. And I couldn't do it because it all overlaps and jumbles up, and then there's background noise, and there's random music that I can't tell the lyrics to, but I know the lyrics, but I can't sing them because, like, it's just jumbled in there when I try to speak them out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, okay. It's mashed potatoes now. Like, I don't know how to help you. This experiment went awry, like, immediately. It was so bad.
I think I joke that I think like 80% of the time my brain is just in la la land. Like it's just daydreaming, thinking of what I could do. And then the 20% is, oh wait, I gotta do things as a functional adult, like work and taxes, and I always seem to kind of like a minute. Okay, I gotta do this thing, and then I'm like, what's that?
Shiny! Oh my god.
So it's bad when I'm at work and all of a sudden Discord goes bing, and it's like a D&D group chat, and I go, oh,
hold on, just a second.
She's running away.
Oh shit, Artemy's running.
But I scared her away.
Oh no.
It was a matter of time.
How could you?
Yep. I can't help it.
I can't believe you've done this. Look at, I have chocolate milk.
Chocolate.
Hell yeah, in a beer
I
glass.
haven't had chocolate milk in forever.
I don't usually drink chocolate milk, but it sounded like really good today specifically.
Yeah. No, it's just something. Yeah. No,
I usually just drink straight milk, but I'm also lactose intolerant, so I really shouldn't be drinking it at all.
See, I was
like
big
really
into chocolate milk,
painful.
especially in like when I was like elementary through high school, because they had the carton milks. Except I don't like regular milk. So I always just had like chocolate milk. I swear it was like.
I usually only drink normal milk, like just straight up regular milk.
See,
whole milk
I'll
is
use
where
milk.
it's at.
I will use milk in cooking and cereal and
I'm
whatever.
lactose intolerant.
Drinking it. No, I can't. Drink
I like chocolate soy milk. That's pretty bomb.
I like 1% milk. That's as far up as I can go without it causing too much issues. So I keep a little tiny half gallon of 1% milk and then whole milk for everybody else in the household. So like, yeah, Joe gives me the same look. I told him to fuck off. It's mine. So like, it shouldn't bother him. He's not drinking it. So like, yeah, you're not drinking it. It's not my problem. It's my milk.
I've like known people that are like, oh yeah, I buy like a gallon of milk and it'll be gone in like 3 days. I'm like,
yes.
What?
My kids.
Yep.
I never grew up with that even in my household, and like living on my own, I always get a quart of milk, but I always go organic because it lasts longer than regular milk. But I need it to last just a little longer because I just don't go through it enough. I just need enough to get some baking, stuff taken care of. But like, man, if
both my gallon and my half gallon are gone by the end of the week, if not before then. I am buying at least a gallon of milk every
I just don't think milk tastes
4 to 5 days, because everybody in my house drinks it. Everybody in my house drinks it.
I think it's kind of.
So we had to implement a rule.
See,
okay,
the whole milk tastes disgusting to me, but 1% tastes perfect.
I prefer whole milk. It does not like me though. My kids will drink it better than they drink water, but my kids, if left unchecked, will go through an entire gallon of milk just between the two of them, ages 6 and 7, within a day, sometimes 2.
See, my kids, I don't let them just drink a glass of milk very often. It has to be with their cereal, and they can only have cereal in the morning for breakfast and only one bowl.
Yep.
Now and I still can't get it to last that long because my husband drinks the milk, and I'll partake occasionally with the milk.
I'll partake.
Partake with the milk. It's fine. Like, I have my chalky milk.
You got chalky milk.
I got chalky milk.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, just not my thing.
But yeah.
But I don't drink a lot of stuff. It's like literally for me, it's like water. And then in the fall, I go nuts or apple cider. But that's about all I drink.
I've started mixing apple cider with Fireball. It's really good.
What you do, so you get yourself a little milk frother. They're like $10 at the store, and then you put just a little, like, not even a quarter teaspoon of vanilla, and then like maybe a tablespoon of sugar, in with some coffee, and then you can froth the milk so it becomes like Cool Whip, and then add your coffee to it. But you can't do that with 1%.
Well, see,
I
here's
have
another
whole
thing.
milk
I'm also
in the house.
not a coffee drinker, really.
Yeah, she don't drink
if I
coffee.
have coffee,
Hey,
it's
you can add that
basically
to chai tea too. You like the chai
yeah,
latte?
I don't even like tea. That's the thing.
Tea is disgusting.
Oh,
Fuck.
what?
I don't drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I hate pop or soda, depending where you live.
I think
Yeah, I
so.
don't like. Yeah, I don't like the fizz. Like
You
it
just hate
burns.
fluids?
Water. I always drink water.
I mean, I like my water too, but I also
too.
drink other things.
I drink like fucking 5 full-ass water bottles minimum a day, and I still like my sodas and my
Yeah.
milk.
Well, I don't know
And my
why. Because I
coffee.
try to explain to people.
My
I said
energy
for some
drinks.
reason the fizz like burns. Like it actually physically hurts to drink.
My
And everyone's
daughter
like, no, the
told me
fizz
that
is like the
too.
best part. I'm like, no, it actually hurts.
Yeah, my daughter's
And-
like that. She won't drink pop because of that.
Drink
Yeah,
flat
and it's like
pop.
I don't know if it's like just a weird,
And she won't.
because I know I'm not the only
Gross,
one.
she
It's not
says.
like common. I feel because most people really like pop. They're like, oh, it's so
Uh-huh.
great. You know, it's awesome to have with a burger and fries. Mwah. And I'm just like, I bet it tastes great. And I know people say the fizz is the best part. I just because that's why they say like flat is like disgusting. But
Mhm.
like, mm-mm.
I know
But
somebody
see,
who
even-
only drinks flat pop.
Yeah, but
That-
even then, I'm just not into like a lot of flavored drinks, even if it's not fizzy. It's just
I don't like,
Like,
juice.
I know-
Except for orange juice.
I don't drink a lot of juice. Sometimes, like
I
orange
only-
juice once in a while, but it's like
I
a
think
small
only orange
glass.
juice. I don't really like juice, which surprised the shit out of all
Yeah.
of my nephews. Every single fucking one of them are like, and I'm like, yeah, I don't fucking like juice. I'm sorry.
I'm talking like, well, an apple cider
my
broke me. I
OG,
don't like apple
my
juice. so
Yeah, I don't like
'cause
apple
I only
juice either,
drink
but I'll
cider.
drink apple cider. But I don't drink it like you do. I can barely drink apple cider. I drink like half a glass. The rest goes
I
to
love me
everybody
some
else.
cider.
I like apple cider. I like the taste of it. I just can't drink that much of it. I just can't.
I'm also weird though, is I rarely ever heat up apple cider. I just drink it cold.
I didn't know people
But people are like,
heated
no,
up
you
apple
gotta
cider.
heat it up with donut
You heat it
holes.
up?
Yeah.
It's a very common to heat it
Fuck
up
is
and have it
wrong
with
with
like
you
donut
people?
holes.
Who the fuck
No,
heats
it's
up
not-
apple
it's
cider?
not like a me
No,
thing.
I'm
It is
talking
like-
about everybody out there that might be watching
You've
this.
never
What the
had,
fuck is wrong with
It's actually
you?
pretty good. It's actually pretty
Like-
good.
No, I
Warm
can't.
apple
I don't like
cider's
hot
good.
drinks at all. Like I don't like hot coffee. I don't like hot drinks. I think they're disgusting.
Oh, see, I
So I only like
hot
iced
cocoa.
everything.
I will
Everything
say
has to
I
be
love
cold.
a good thing of hot cocoa.
I don't even.
Same.
I don't like hot cocoa.
Add some
Especially
coffee to it.
when my mom makes it around Christmas and I come home and
Mhm.
I'll drink
See-
sips of it with my kids because it's like a holiday thing and I'm trying to be all
Mhm.
festive and shit, but I can't drink a whole glass. I don't like hot chocolate.
Sometimes I like it like when it becomes like as much as I'm
I
not a
don't like
coffee
hot
drinker,
drinks.
I will have like kind of a mocha, like a hot cocoa packet with
Oh,
some
yeah.
coffee and some cream.
Make some hot cocoa and then you just add a splash of coffee to it, and then you're just like, yay.
Well,
The
that's
only
thing, is
hot
people-
drink-
If I
The only hot drink I like is cappuccino.
Mhm.
And then I found out you can ice cappuccino, and then I'm like,
Guess what?
I like a
game
good
changer.
latte
Guess what?
cappuccino, but
Cappuccinos, they're not made with 1% milk.
I know.
bum, bum, bum.
But if I'm drinking
Oh.
milk by itself, it's 1%. I'll use whole milk for everything else. Like, because there are things that just 1% can't do the trick.
I just with
I
coffee I
like
don't like the
everything.
bitterness, so I tell people the few
like how
times I
thin it
have
is.
it, it's basically not even coffee at that point. It's just caffeinated, like milk basically.
That's how
It has
I
so
would
much
drink
cream,
coffee for
sugar.
the longest fucking time
But
until
that's why I
discovered
just don't
iced
drink
coffee.
it. Like it's not a daily thing for me just because it's entirely unhealthy. It'd be like, eating cake every day. There's so much sugar in it.
Just
But
plain
I
black
don't
coffee.
have like a coffee maker. I used to have a Keurig and it broke and I never really used it. It was more of like I had it
I
like when
don't
people
trust
came
Keurigs.
over. Yeah, my Keurig broke. But I used it
Yeah,
because
the BPA
people
in
come
every
over
single
and they want
cup.
coffee. Yeah, but that's why it kind of worked perfectly for me. Is like I just didn't use it often, and the one time somebody came over and wanted a cup of coffee, I was like, yeah, there you go, here's coffee. But the Keurig died, so
Nah.
with my rare use of it, to be fair, I got it when it previously belonged to somebody else, so it was used when I got it, so I got it for free. But yeah, I'm kind of boring when it comes to my drinks, but
Very boring.
I will say it makes a funny doctor visit when they're like, I had one where like they always ask me, they're like, oh, are you on any medications? Or and I always go down a list of nope. Are you sexually active? Nope. Do you smoke? No. Drugs? No. And they're like, what the hell?
What do you do?
Boring ass motherfucker.
I know, like the doctor.
You don't
or the
do
nurse is
drugs? Why aren't you on crack?
And like, I know one time the nurse, when she was going down this, she's like, caffeine? I'm like, no, maybe a cup a month. And she's like, what?
It's because nurses live on caffeine, bro. Like,
Oh, I know.
have to.
But even, well, and I've kind of learned that if you drink enough water in the morning, it usually gets you going.
Water first thing in the morning makes me sick, which drives Joe fucking nuts. Because I'll wake up, and if I don't get enough sleep, I'm sick. And he's like, go drink water. And I was like, I will throw up. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, I will drink it and I will throw up. And he's like, no, you won't. And I did. I was like, bro, it always makes me feel worse to drink water in the morning. I can't.
Oh, it's kind of like how it's really hard for me to eat breakfast in the morning. And usually I don't get hungry
either.
until like 10. Which makes it terrible when going to conventions because I wake up and I'm like, I'm not hungry, but I gotta try to eat something because no protein and walking around for 10 hours is a terrible combination.
In a hot cosplay. Like, bruh. Bruh.
Yeah, and
that's why granola bars are my lifesaver in the morning. I just have fucking granola bars. What?
I know, that's kind of what I
can't have oats.
Yeah, because you're lame.
My new thing that's been kind of helping me out is I make these like egg, almost like kind of muffins a bit. So I'll take like a muffin tray and mix like egg, heavy whipping cream, green and red peppers, onions, bacon, and cook it as like as little muffins. And then I'm not hungry in the morning, so I'll just pack one and I'll go to work. And then when I get hungry, I just throw it in the microwave for 15 seconds and a little protein pack. And I've been trying to do that because like I love granola bars, but holy crap, that is, if you eat a bunch of them like I did, they're not good for you.
Yeah,
so
no.
I just was like, I really needed that protein in the morning, so I found just that little,
I get the Special K protein granola bars that have like dark chocolate and almonds.
See, and I love. Also, I struggle is I'm gluten free, so I'm stuck on restrictions because thanks to celiac. So there are a few granola bars out there, and a lot of them are like, oh yeah, they got some good protein and stuff like that. But it's always the carbs that get you, and there's a lot of, And so if I'm like waking up in the morning eating a bunch of, a breakfast bar, and then I'm like, and that's all I eat in the morning, it kind of throws off my gut. So
that's fair.
Like,
yeah, I get the protein
that's where
bars
I've been like,
that
I
are
gotta try protein.
Less sugar, which the Special K are like pretty okay for you. Especially dark chocolate already doesn't have a lot of sugar, and then almonds are good for you.
Yeah.
And it's like a bunch of.
That's why I try to usually avoid like stuff that
It's
like,
so good.
Oh, we'll just go peanut butter. But
I'll either have
like peanut butter.
matcha mixed with peptides, or I'll have soy milk mixed with peptides. That's my breakfast. And coffee.
You are a coffee whore. So
I will say I cave though.
You know what? Since having my wisdom teeth taken out though, I don't like any cream or anything in it. I'll just drink it black.
You're disgusting.
Won't flavor.
My whole family are black coffee drinkers. All of them except
disgusting.
I've never been that way before, but then I had my wisdom teeth pulled, and I can't stand creamer or anything in the coffee anymore.
I'll just drink the new sweet foam creamer. Oh my god!
They hear stuff like that for like COVID, but not wisdom teeth.
I'm like, I don't know what happened, but
my wisdom teeth didn't fuck me up like that, bro. Like Jesus.
It was a struggle.
Yeah, no, I've had my wisdom teeth moved. I was like,
yeah, me too.
I remember like COVID, totally broke me.
As an adult, but like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know what they did, but
they fucked you up.
Yeah, like how usually I've always had like an obnoxious sweet tooth, but since having my wisdom teeth pulled, like I can't stand it.
Interesting.
Like I'm like.
So
no coffee creamer, no.
Y'all know my sweet tooth.
What?
And
you have a sweet tooth?
The fact that I eat fucking candy all the time. Literally, well, not candy, but like cakes and pastries and chocolates. I don't eat as much anymore.
I know.
Like, literally.
It's expensive.
What happened?
It's not even just that it's expensive. I just don't eat as much. Like, I just don't. And I don't know when I slowed down. Like, I will never turn down a good cake or a pie ever, no matter how sweet it is. But, like, I noticed it at my nephew's 16th birthday, and he had red velvet cake and, like, I think it was vanilla ice cream. And I couldn't eat my whole piece of cake, and it wasn't even that big. And I just couldn't eat all of it. And I was like, you motherfucker. I'm betrayed by my own body. I can't eat this.
Man, I can't be because of being gluten free. I can rarely have like a good pastry or cake a lot of times. But man, like especially in Grand Rapids is like they got a gluten free bakery and it's so good. You'd think that with the wrapping saying, you know, it's vegan, gluten free, milk free, nut free, like you'd think that the thing is like a bag of dirt. So I don't know how they make it so good, but it is so damn good.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
what about those peanut butter cookies I made you that one time? Those gluten-free peanut butter cookies?
They're pretty good. Those are pretty
oh my god, I'll have to make you some again at some point eventually.
I made chocolate chip cookies yesterday for National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day.
There was a National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day?
Yes, it was yesterday.
You didn't text the chat. The fuck's wrong with you?
Sorry.
You gotta update the chat on this kind of shit. Why would you not do
this? My
this?
coworkers didn't say anything about it. They're always big on like those little like
the little random ones.
Month, it was National Hot Dog Day, and we had a whole like barbecue or grill out.
You're gonna have to bring that to work and be like, y'all fucking slacked off yesterday.
Well, to be fair,
I know you weren't there, but like, you should just tell them they all fucking slacked off yesterday.
Yeah, well, that's right. I can't complain too because I can't have cookies in general.
You can still give them shit.
Oh
yeah, it's part of the working culture.
So it's so funny. Speaking of that, so a lot of my coworkers, but not everybody, but I would maybe make a good handful, know that I have celiac. I don't usually make it like a big announcement at work. Like if they bring in food, like I'll glance over to see if there's anything I can eat, but most of the time I can't. So but I'm not. I never make a scene and be like, well, what about me? You know, never. But it's always funny when like it clicks in their mind and they're like, Kayla, we didn't get you any, and they feel like the worst person in the world, and I have to be like, it's okay, I'm okay.
This is normal.
This is like after because I think I was diagnosed when I was like 19, like 18 or 19. It was like
I met you at this point, I think.
Yeah, you might have been even close to the time when I was either first diagnosed or right before, because we worked at a pizza joint and I would eat pizza all the time, and then all of a sudden, but like I was like, I'm sick all the time. I don't know why.
I know I was with Artemy when she figured it out. That's when I learned to like look for all this stuff and like really got into like, okay, what can she eat? Like,
yeah. Dude, like, my doctor's
like, is it a good weight loss program? Like, no, because you can get a box of gluten-free Oreos, man.
Yeah, no.
There's so much gluten-free stuff. It's great. I've had people like, oh, it's probably annoying, like how many people treat it as a fad. I'm like, well, the popularity of it made it more accessible. So like, getting pasta and cookies and frozen pizzas, like, sure not.
And like, I mean, if people jump on it for a fad or whatnot, I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, I had celiac disease that was undiagnosed for who knows how long, was finally diagnosed when I was 17, but then with my first pregnancy I got reassessed afterwards, and then I was determined to no longer have celiac, and so I've been able to have gluten. I still can't eat like a big amount of it, otherwise I feel really sick, but
is it more like a gluten intolerant thing now?
Yeah, and so but I can still eat like probably 2 or 3 servings a day and be fine.
That's crazy. Me, it's like the moment I eat it, I of course it doesn't react like an allergy. It's more of like once it hits my intestines, that's when it's like, oh crap. And I've literally been in like the fetal position on the bathroom floor. Just
you have seen me a few times like that. Back in high school.
I also remember when that one monster sent you to the ER. So like,
it was great.
Oh, I know, it's. A lot of it for me, it's like I've really gone for the ER for visits. It's more of like just trying to tough it out. And my mom, every time she's heard it, she's like, "No, we have to take you." I just tough it out because I'm like, if I can just like sleep through it, because it's almost like having a really, at least for me, it was like a really really bad stomach flu for 24 hours. I just felt really
like that.
Sick.
And like to the point where like it hurt to like move or do anything. So I was just like, I'll just lay here until it passes, because
I would literally sit in the shower, like a hot shower for an hour,
heat pack,
hoping something, just hoping that it would pass.
Like that was it.
I have a medication that I found called Glutenese, which it doesn't resolve the issue, but it does kind of help a bit. You know, it makes it less severe. It's more helpful if I catch it, like if I knew I accidentally ate something. Yeah. A lot of times if it ever happens, it's usually an accident at a restaurant. It's not common. I usually try to like I've gotten better at it. I used to hate telling them I had an allergy. I hate
and I would just tell them for you.
Yeah, anytime we went out, Uni would just be like, "Oh yeah,
please don't kill my friend here."
Yeah, I'd be really mad if I had to drive her to the hospital because you guys fucked up.
Yeah, well, I think it got really scary one time. I went to a local restaurant and they had like gluten-free options. They even had like gluten-free bread for like their sandwiches and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh, cool. I'll get a chicken sandwich that, with the gluten-free bun." And they brought out the food and I start eating and I look at the bun and I look over and notice my friend I'm with has the same exact bun as I do. And it hit me that I'm like, it's not. So it was with rare chance. Like I called over the waitress and I was like, "Hey, it's not gluten-free. It doesn't look like it." But it was bad as they sent it back. 20 minutes later, a new plate came, except they put gluten-free bun, but the chicken was now battered.
You guys, I can't eat.
It was not a grilled chicken. So they sent it back again. Waited, and of course, my friend was already done with her food at this time, and she's just feeling terrible. And I was like, "It's okay. I'm just gonna to go." And like, I tried to make her not worry, but literally I drove home. I was like, I need to get the glutenese as soon as possible. I'm gonna be sick no matter what, but making sure it's not as severe. That was probably because usually you can tell with a gluten-free bread. It's usually
it's pretty distinct. Yes,
it's usually a little more dense. Like it's not as fluffy, I guess is the right word.
And it's a lot more crumbly. It doesn't hold together nearly as well.
Yeah, the moment you get let's say you get a burger, and the moment the blood starts, or the grease from the burger, the bread just you gotta eat it quick. But yeah, no, that was probably my most oh shit, what am I eating?
Yeah.
And then I checked, and apparently that restaurant is closing. So.
Yeah,
they must have fucked up a lot of other people
because I've been
too.
there before, and it's good food. It was good food, but it was like, man, that last experience was like, what?
It's like, how dumb do you have to be though?
And I'm more thinking of through Uni's perspective because she has a lot of restaurant experience, and so I'm like, I remember I think probably a while ago I was asking her, I'm like, did I do?
I don't know how
wrong?
the fuck somebody messes that up and twice in a row. I don't.
Yeah, your
I
whole
can kind of
job
see it.
is to read the orders and then to serve the orders.
I feel like I could see the first mistake if you're in a rut. If it's busy, I could see the first mistake and accidentally sending it out on the wrong.
It was it was lunch. So
no, but I'm just saying, if it were busy, I could understand the first mistake, but only if they're busy. But the second mistake, no excuse. You guys are fucking retarded. What are you even doing?
They're like, oh, cool, a gluten-free bun, but now the chicken is battered and fried. I was like, this is.
Also, usually if you get a ticket like that back in the kitchen, most kitchens take it pretty seriously, regardless if it says allergy or not. We might not have the prep station to do it separately necessarily, depending on the restaurant and depending on if that's a thing they feature or not. There's not always an extra prep station, but there's still care taken. When I worked at a pizza joint, and we had gluten-free pizzas, we didn't have an extra prep station for the gluten-free pizzas, but we wiped down every fucking thing that thing was gonna touch before making it as best we could. We wiped it off and made sure it was on a clean screen and whatever.
And of course, there's always the warning, hey, it's not.
Yeah, we always had a warning. We're we cannot get, we had people call and be I need the gluten-free pizza, but it can't touch anything else. It's don't order here then, because I have zero guarantee that I could do that for you. It's in the air, bro. I breathe in flour every day. It's in the air. Especially because we tossed pizzas. It was we're slapping them around. There's flour fucking everywhere. I came home caked. I was don't order here if it's that serious. I promise it's not going to go well for you.
That's when I learned my severity. So if I'd have to straight up eat it. I've rarely had cases where cross-contamination, I suppose, has been, it's hit me hard enough. It just wasn't strong enough dosage for me to, maybe I might have an upset stomach, but nothing. I would have to sit there and eat bread or,
Right.
But, I think one of the best experiences I had, really enough, was at an Olive Garden because they have gluten-free pasta. And, which I thought was just freaking awesome. But, I went to Olive Garden with my mom, and they came out. The manager himself came out and was like making sure that like, you know, here you have the gluten-free. Like he was like, I was like, dang. Like, and he was telling me, they're like, oh yeah, we had it cooked in a separate pot. We did all. I was like, this is an Olive Garden. Like I was just like, I was not expecting.
Chain restaurants are actually pretty good about it. Like they have a reputation to uphold for the most part. Like some of them really need to be a little careful. Like
I was just want to be a meme, not in that way.
Yeah, like I don't want to be a bad meme. Like,
but I usually tell my friends who are like when I go out to eat with them, I'm like, because they're like, well, we gotta find a place for Caitlin. I'm like, I usually can find something most of the time.
Yeah.
I think the restaurants I always have the hardest with are bars. Like if you're just going to a
pub
bar,
food isn't very gluten-free.
Pub food is very can't do. So it's like, and then sometimes I find Asian food is kind of a toss.
Yeah,
like sometimes
they like a lot of
find food just fine.
Gluten things.
Yeah, other times it's like no luck. That's kind of a coin toss. Where like pub is like 0% chance I'm going to be able to find something. But yeah, Asian food is kind of like 50-50 because I've gone to like a Chinese restaurant even locally that's like, oh, they have gluten-free options. Cool. But
I think there's like one pub I went to up in Ludington where they had some gluten-free options just because of what they were. Like there was a salad with like a pepper crusted like salmon on it or something like that.
Yeah.
And like they had like some options. They weren't listed gluten-free necessarily, but like you could tell just based on what it is that there's, you know, and you can always be like, hey, I can't have this part of it. And like, I can't have
that's
croutons.
Kind of like, oh,
like,
I'll have a grilled chicken salad, but just hold the croutons, you know,
like,
it's
like, yeah, just don't put croutons on it. That'd be cool.
Which, of course, people are like, you don't like croutons. I'm like, I love croutons. At least in my
I just can't have them.
Actually, there's one time I found gluten-free croutons at like, you know, at a store, and I've never been able to find since. So I'm like, I'm sure I could order online if I was
I'm sure
really
you could figure
that
it
desperate
out eventually.
But man, sometimes, you know, croutons, they just sometimes hit right.
Your last meal on earth is just gonna be gluten.
Oh, I know. I'm saying like fried shrimp, just, you know, I'm gonna pizza rolls for some reason. You know, anything battered, donuts, but mostly fried shrimp, and just anything battered seafood, calamari, clam. Fry it all.
Oh boy.
I love seafood.
Same fryer.
All the same fryer. Yeah.
All in the same.
Oh, this is your last meal? I'm like, all right. I'm going to give you this Red Lobster menu. Everything that's battered, give it to me.
Give me the batter.
Oh, man. And I know like food quality has changed over the years. And
yes,
so when
it has.
people, like I joke about pizza rolls because everyone's like, they're actually not that good anymore. I'm like, man, my mind thinks still like 20 years ago when I was a kid and my family would have like a cookout or a bonfire with the neighbors.
Yeah,
and
so
late at night we'd
now.
throw some pizza rolls in the oven because it'd be 10 at night and we'd be hungry. And so my mom would get the giant box, you know, the one that has like 100 pizza rolls.
Yeah.
And I used to love that. And of course, it's probably more nostalgia, but in my mind, I'm like, I thought we're still like, well, no, I mean, but when you're trying to feed like an army of neighbor kids, like it was the perfect. But that's what I hear.
They're still good, but they're not as good.
Well, there was actually a few people who have pointed out that like cross-referencing, like especially like Ritz back in like the late 90s and early 2000s, their ingredients lists have changed.
Yeah, like a lot of foods have. There's like a whole thing going around where like food is more bland. There's also if you've noticed that our colors have changed. We don't have as vibrant colors anymore.
Right.
All the modern stuff is like grays, blacks, and whites. There's not a whole lot of color, and the colors they do have are pretty dim. The car colors aren't as crazy.
Oils were not used in like every single product like they are nowadays.
Yeah, and then like the buildings, like how we architect things, like modern buildings are like flat and just one-dimensional, whereas our old buildings used to be so beautiful and like these works of art as buildings and stuff. So it's really, they think that that's attached to like the decline in quality of life and why people are more depressed nowadays. And then social media doesn't
instead of turning
help.
around, we just decide to embrace it, I guess.
Well, it's definitely a reflection of both kind of like, you know, culture, finance, like, because when you look at history, because I don't even think it's just a now thing, like you notice like, hey, when times are at least good, you know, or financially pretty stable, things are just a lot more colorful. People are a lot more creative. You know, that's where you get all your, you know, very interesting car models and, you know, housing.
Right.
Like it's just because money's coming in. People are able to spend
black,
money.
white, gray, red.
Well, there's a conspiracy going through that the government's actually taking colors away to make people more depressed, so that way we are submissive.
They didn't have
I don't
to
know
do
if that's
that.
true. I'm not really into that shit, but like
it's definitely a new one, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's floating around. But
yeah, and like
but that's where I think is a combination of, you know, because I always see it's like, hey, when at least economy wise, when money is doing good and you're getting paid a lot of people, it's like they can express a lot more creativity.
Yeah,
like sometimes that creativity. I'm not saying that those who are in poor times can't be creative. It's just
harder to be creative.
If you're getting paid a lot to invent things and, you know, like you're gonna get some cool stuff.
Yeah,
it's harder to be creative when you're struggling.
So, right.
But like also, it's also an incentive. Like if you're like, hey, I'm gonna pay you $100,000, $200,000, you know, just to invent, create. You know?
Yeah, I want a really fancy desk, like make it super cool and have like 47 secret compartments and stuff like that. And then you get like little handcrafted like little miniatures and all the stuff in there. Versus,
and like it's not like stuff doesn't happen. It's just it's kind of an interesting like how that kind of all like ties together. I mean, it's you know, maybe it's so. And I can't say like, of course, every time period has been perfect financially for everybody, but just in general, when things are good, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of nostalgia, did you guys see that MySpace is making a comeback?
I saw an article about that.
Yeah, they're going to relaunch MySpace and like get rid of algorithms and allow you to fully customize your profile again and shit like that. And everything's going to be chronological versus algorithms. I used to have a MySpace. Actually, Larka created my first MySpace at the library with a fake birthday.
So you can.
Oh, that was so fucking funny. I remember
hearing about MySpace like in middle school, but at the time, like social media wasn't. It wasn't. Quite,
it was so great though. You could have background music. You could change your background on the thing, so it was like these really cool fucking backgrounds. While you scrolled on somebody else's profile, you saw their background. And like if you went to their profile, you would hear their music. Like you could just play.
I've seen clips. Like
it's
people
so cool.
On it.
I miss it.
For me,
I'm so glad it's coming back.
I, of course, growing up, I know this is so shocking, especially for uni. Definitely was a goody two shoe, and my parents said, "Hey, for safety reasons, they just didn't encourage." And I just said, "Okay, I won't make an account," and I never did. So I
didn't have a computer, so like
I didn't either.
Amber just
my dad was IT, and I joked that he dumpster dived, so I had a computer that he had fixed up for me. So I of course I lived on YouTube, in the early 2000s when
I had a YouTube channel.
Do you? Okay. But anyway, so it's kind of sad that my first social media site was technically probably Facebook, honestly. Like
it was mine.
I was probably 16, and so it's terrible when the Facebook does the memory thing, and I see cringy stuff from when I was 16, and I was like,
same.
Bleh. And now I'm terrible at using Facebook in general. I still have Messenger, and it's honestly just because of uni. I'm not even sure sometimes why we even stick to Messenger, but we just have apparently 10 years worth of messages through there.
We can't leave Messenger now, okay? We have too many things there.
It's weird, but I don't go on Facebook a lot, and so
we text too. We bounce between the two, and sometimes have different conversations. I have different conversations with people on Facebook versus texting at the same time, simultaneously. It drives Joe.
I'm trying to think why we even use Messenger in the first place. Maybe it was
you can change the background.
It's true.
Be obnoxious, yell at your husband.
Artemy and I use Facebook just because we could change the backgrounds and send each other memes.
Honestly, for me, I think Messenger and stuff kind of stuck with me because I probably had it before I actually did texting on my phone. And I remember, so I had an Android flip phone, but then I had an iPod Touch that I was gifted for my birthday. And so that's how I would message people on Wi-Fi, is I would just because I just didn't really text. Because I remember my mom drilling in my head, like, oh, we can't afford the texting, the minutes and stuff like that. So it was like just for calls. The phone was just supposed to be for calling mom and dad,
Emergency calls, damn it.
Basically. So my iPod Touch I was gifted, I did all my messaging through that. And so, of course, when I got my first iPhone at graduation, but for some reason Messenger stuck. And I don't know if I just dragged Uni in with me and I just continued using Messenger which is funny. Again, Uni is the only one I message in Messenger. I don't message anybody else in the app. I rarely go on Facebook, so I feel bad because I'll log in maybe, once every few months and then see, oh, somebody posted this thing from forever ago. I'm like, would it be awkward if I liked it? Because I didn't see it.
I go through and like things from 2 years ago because it drives people nuts.
You're just
I'm literally an instigator.
Oh, you're stalking people's profiles.
Yes.
Going through their
I just friended a bunch of people from work and I still have to go through and Facebook stalk them. I'm fairly certain some of them have already Facebook stalked me, so I've got to return the favor.
When you've had a Facebook account for so long, you can go really far back for people.
Yes,
It's
because
of course, since I've had my account since 16, even though in the past several years, I rarely post. You might see, oh, Kaylin posts once a year, maybe less.
Yeah.
And then, but then you scroll far enough, and that's where I'm like, oh, the memory stuff that pops up, and I'm like, oh, that's cringe. Can I delete that? Holy crap.
Can I go back in time and stop myself, please?
It's just whatever the heck was on my mind. It wasn't even it was just I'm just going to post this, Oh, and a lot of times it was just me ugh, school starting up again. It was just stupid, cringe teenage stuff.
Yeah, I did that a lot too when I was young.
Ugh.
It was so...
Or I'd think I'd be... the one thing is I cringe is anytime I thought I was being deep and had an interesting thought and I'd share it and you're like, shut up,
you look
kid.
back and I'm like, no.
you're like, oh, I have this deep poetic thought. I gotta share it.
Oh, yes.
You don't. You don't. You just shut the heck up.
But no.
The text of my 14-year-old soul.
But then it's bad because I've never had a Twitter account.
I had it for a brief minute and then it's such a cesspool and I never fucking used it. I would scroll occasionally because I wanted to follow my favorite content creators. But other than that, I didn't really use it. And there's so many toxic people on it that I deleted it.
I thought it was just an echo chamber of people screaming their opinions at each other.
Kind of.
Yeah, I tried to get on Twitter and it was just...
I guess.
It's so gross.
I'm like, what is this? And at the time, I was in politics and I'm looking at this. I'm like, what is this? Why? It's like, okay.
I just started using Instagram, which has been...
I like Instagram.
Interesting. It took me a while because everyone was telling me, oh, yeah, Instagram is great. I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. And it took me a while because, the first time I opened it, I swear I was, just seeing, half-naked ladies, because it wasn't, set to my preferences. And so I'm just seeing, stupid garbage posts. I'm like, this app is stupid. And I deleted it. Or I uninstalled it. And then I started competing in cosplay. And I started, connecting with, other cosplayers. And they were like, hey, we're sharing our Instagrams. Come on. I was like, oh, and I pretty much reopened it and then started I'm like, well, I don't have anything posted, but I'll start posting stuff. And so basically I started connecting with other cosplayers. I then started making it kind of somewhat like a work in progress. My Instagram is not that big, but I just started posting my work in progress and some costumes. And then I got it now tuned to exactly how I like, because you can't just say cosplay, because a lot of times it's just half-naked ladies, dressed up, as some anime character because they have the wig on or something like that, but they're in a bikini or something. No, I had to tune it down because I'm like, I want the craftsmanship. I want to see people going on stage and I want to see their, handiwork and just I want that. And so it took a good while because I was like, man, that's just, yeah. So, because I was like, I thought Instagram was just garbage. I was just tired of seeing this stuff, okay, people are showing trips of them on vacation. I'm gonna be heartless, but I don't care about these strangers going on vacation.
Fuck you, I don't care.
So now I have tuned it where it is all Dungeons and Dragons. It's all cosplay. It's all cool digital art.
Fuck yeah.
Now I found artists that one or two of them I've actually had them I commissioned to do some D&D art because we sport your little artists. So,
Absolutely.
and now I got. I know people are like, well, you could just throw it in AI generator. I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of weird about it. Like, because I use like AI all the time at work, but generative AI is kind of one where I'm like,
Right.
like it's
Felt that.
But I could ramble on about nonsense forever. It's like I'm in IT, so of course a part of me, I'm like, oh well, I think AI can be a very helpful tool, but it's okay, but
And then you have other people with AI, and you're all like, why, bro?
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm anti-AI, but I'm certainly like, hey, this is a tool that can be abused. As like, yeah, I don't care for generative art, and I don't like to see how like it's affected like schools, like the schooling, and how people are just like, oh, they're not really learning anything. They're just whatever the AI prompt says, things like that.
Right.
It's just kind of. Those are kind of the things where I'm like, all right, it's a fine line. I will say it is kind of nauseating and just tiring to see the constant like AI. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the heck up. I know I'm in IT, but
no AI. Nobody loves you. Get out of my life.
I know it's like we're in the AI boom, and I talked to some other techs, and they kind of compare it to like the internet boom, where it's just everywhere and in your face. Eventually, hopefully one day it will crash and calm down and steady. I'm not saying it's gonna go away, but hopefully it will chill. But yeah.
But yeah.
But anyway,
I'm already irritated enough because so the way that they do schooling now, I guess, my kids in 1st and 3rd grade. So they're given laptops and tablets, right? Mm-hmm. And they learn like math skills and reading skills in like a video game like setting. So in order to progress or to do the next thing in the game, you have to be able to solve these equations or be able to articulate the sentence or like move around like a sentence structure and stuff to depict an action or whatnot. And so it's like they've turned it into like this turn-based game for like reading and math. And I have seen improvement in like their math and reading skills. Like they're great at it, but I'm like, I would rather you be learning on paper just because, I almost feel like it's too much screening.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard because it's like, of course, I love technology, but like, I can definitely see how it affects young kids and affects their development.
Yeah, and like I take my kids to the library and stuff, and like they know how to like source search through books and stuff like that, read a table of contents, and then flip to the corresponding pages and stuff, right?
Book's good.
That's from what I'm seeing is it's not generally a used skill anymore, and even amongst like.
Aunt Artemy, I don't want to interrupt you, but I need assistance with something really quick, and I'm assuming you would know the answer. So my littlest got gum all over her face and in her eyes. How do I clean that off of her eyes?
Kind of gum? Like chewing gum?
Yes.
Like chewing gum. So chewing gum, what you want to try, do you have like flour?
Yes.
Yeah, so just kind of roll that in there and it'll help kind of tack it up.
It's like in her eyelashes, on her eyelids, like
maybe
on
not
her
rubbing
cheek.
flour in there.
Did she just go like this with that?
I don't know what the fuck she did, but I need help.
So cold washcloth with like with water, and just kind of gently. So when you're cleaning it, so follow the grain of the eyebrow, but when it comes to the eye, you want to rub towards the inner corner of your eye.
Okay.
So
I will go try that because I was trying the other way and I'm like, it's not working. I will try that.
No, so go this way because the way the fluid flows on your eye, it wants to go out that way.
Fair. Well, you guys can continue your lovely conversation that I will listen to later.
I'm going to go take care of that. We're hitting the 9:00 mark, so if we need to wrap up, so you can take care of your kid. I need to go take care
of my child.
Yeah, flour for the hair though. The flour will help kind of.
She doesn't have any in her hair.
And honestly, we had this
She doesn't have any in her hair, but that's good for next time.
For next time.
Funny way to wrap
it
up
happens a lot.
Episode.
You'd be surprised. All right.
Our conversations about food, no.
Right. Beautiful conversations. Everybody like and subscribe.
Yay.
To our randomness. Yay.
Bye.
Have a great night, guys.
Good night. Adios.
Bye.